Welcome back, everybody. This is Brother Mutant here. Today we're going to continue our quest to beat Pathfinder Kingmaker with Dorraj, our sword saint, and his Triumvirate, which is his two mercenary buddies. One is an Inquisitor, that's a monster tactician Inquisitor with a monk dip, as well as a undead Eldritch Scoundrel for something unique and different. For those of you who have never played this game before, know that I am using mods. The list here is right here. Of this, most of this is quality of life improvement stuff, but notice that turn-based combat is something that I have that you don't. However, I have heard recently they're going to release a patch that actually adds this as a specific mod. Now, it'll look different than what I'm using right now. I assume since it'll be a choice between turn-based combat and their original version, which is real-time with pause, that it'll be an option I can shut off and hopefully it won't interfere with this mod. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Notice that one of the other things that really does stick out as unique is Eldritch Arcana. This one gives me a few spells that you don't have access to, gives me some traits that were never implemented in the game. This is actually how I have a mercenary who is undead. There's a few other things it gives, but by and large, it's not grand changes. Definitely big changes, though, that do help. Notice everything else is, by and large, quality of life improvement stuff. Now, with that, let's get into the game. If you recall from our last episode, some stuff happened and we did things. So let's continue with those things. I'm trying to remember what exactly we did last episode. What was it? We did some kingdom improvement stuff. We still have to work on Octavia's quest. Oh, Jaethal. Yeah. We worked on Jaethal's quest. She got obliterated. Poor Jaethal. But she did save her daughter, her living daughter. Jaethal was an undead inquisitor that's part of your complement of teammates. Now, don't fret. I happen to know that that's part of a story arc, so continue with it and you will be fine. But it is kind of scary when you see one of your own that you've invested heavily in straight up croak, and that kind of sucks. I know we have kingdom stuff still to do. Let's take a quick gander at our actual quests, see if there's something that is pressing. Okay, we're working on EMR, and that's again at Pitax. Runaway Throne, we still don't have our throne back. Storyteller, we have a quest to actually do this. War of the Kings, find a way to defeat the bandits. There must be stop pose the influence of Pitax, and that one, the deal with bandit one might actually be something we do in our kingdom management, which we're going to check real quick. We're done with the Stolen Lands with the exception of the main bads. There's two of them. So we still have yet to finish that. We're still waiting on Lindsay's book to be finished. And we have Highborn at Heart. This is Octavia's quest. Everything else is by and large just kingdom management stuff. Notice we do have our curse. Curse number 6 we're working on. 114 days before that becomes something we have to deal with. And everything else should be current. So, by and large, it looks like everything we want to do is here. If you do a quick check of your stuff here, notice we have something here that could help Tristan. We definitely need to get on that. That's not the worst idea ever. Matter of fact, I'm going to tab them in there for the time being before I forget. Nothing here that's pressing. It's definitely upgrades and stuff that we would appreciate, but by and large, it's not something that's going to be amazing. Alright. Yep. So Tristan will probably get put on that. We have all these up ranks for other people, but these are for people that are never going to be an actual advisor for us. Or Bartholomew is a evil-ish magician. What is he? Is he a wizard or is he an alchemist? Something like that. But basically he's trained in the magical ways. And he's kind of an evil jackass. He's the one that was torturing trolls. So we don't really want to have him. And on evil playthrough, he would be someone that you definitely want to invest in. Notice that we have multiple ways to upgrade him. And again, the reasoning behind that, I'm sure, is because he is not a playable character. So he's an NPC. And as such, you can't upgrade his mental or physical or whatever stats go towards his advisor role. So you literally have to rely on stuff like this to upgrade him. Now we can take the... not Bartholomew, the storyteller, and upgrade them. That's this guy here. However, he is the curator currently. The magister is this role, and again, I don't know that this will upgrade him in any way, shape, or form. So I really don't want to waste time on something like that. I got a feeling it's going to be one of those where it just buffs him specifically for the magister role. Here's Bartholomew again, again, just all about Bartholomew. So we have a lot of curses to still deal with. And the goal for this is we have to put one of these two on a curse every given opportunity. As you can see, we do not have that opportunity. They're busy right now. And part of that is because she is doing a way into Nyrissa's dream. This is one of our journal quests, specifically where we want to use Lindsay's bardic abilities to go into her dream and establish a bond and kind of find out basically what's what. That's going to end here pretty soon. It also gives us a little bonus to Divine and Arcane. She'll naturally pass it. There's no check on this one. But we definitely need to finish that. And again, that'll come online next month. Other than that, anything else? Scouting the Eastern Region was something we just recently was given as a quest option. This one literally takes the Camelins and the Silver Step, and basically anywhere we have not physically been to or we've missed a perception check, we'll open it up. Now, I feel pretty confident we've gotten everything. So I'm not particularly worried about doing these. We will do them when they become, we have time, put it that way. But by and large, it's not crucial. We still need to work on some of these things, though. A Lost Dwarven Knowledge, Dorraj Fighting School, Kingdom Defense. And I don't want to actually even do that one because that prevents us from being mugged on our land. And why would you want to do that? That's free XP. So pass on stuff like that. Region upgrade stuff, though. We have stuff here that will fast forward 7 days. Trading Ground, this will be the one that actually helps Bakken be happy, possibly. Magic of the Abandoned Keep is definitely one we want to do. And this is definitely one that many of the artisans want. Belly of the Stolen Lands is a new one. And I like this one. A +1 community and loyalty for every brewery, granary, and windmill in this and all adjacent regions. So again, if you start stacking those things up there, your community and loyalty go up, up, and up, and up. Not the worst idea ever, but I can't say as I particularly care. And we don't have an artisan, I don't believe, in Dunsort. We actually need to go there to prove that to ourselves. So let's actually go there this way, see if we have the teleportation circle built in there yet. So where are we? That's Silver Step. Here's Dunsort right here. Looks like we have stuff. And they are built. So we have the ability to teleport on over, which you should go do. And there's other stuff here. There's still building space. One more building space. And again, I don't know what I put there, but something that would benefit being next to a tavern. It says barracks, but we got a barracks here already. But there might be something like a brewery that benefit from being, have a tavern in the town. Doesn't have to be next to it, but still be a benefit to it. And we should go through this list just to see if there's something else that catches our eye. Something like the Watchtower that gives us a espionage bonus. I was going to say ESP. Espionage bonus. And as such, that'd be something of value. Sadly, you can't put it here. It has to be on a single platform area. Because I think buildings are in the way, I guess. Which is kind of weird since it's so goddamn tall. But whatever. The tannery we wanted instead because it was free. And again, it needed to be in its own little special area. And it gives us more BP every week. So, pretty happy about that. There is some stuff here that might be of interest to me. So we have longhouse. Anything that would benefit being next to a longhouse or tavern would be what goes here. Or having any of these buildings in the area. They don't have to necessarily be next to them. Granary, brewery, like we said. Just has to be in a town that has a tavern. That's this guy here. So that'd probably be the next building we'd make. Or Halfling Brewery. Nice bonus to relations. And that's a little behind the curve here, so might want to give it a little juice. Notice anything that's 200 or above, we're doing really well. Anything that's under 100 is doing really, really bad, and that's espionage here. But fortunately, we do have an upgrade now for this, so we can literally take it to level 4, and we should do so at our first opportunity. Sadly, we can't do that, though, right now. While we're waiting, let's actually teleport over to this area, just because we've never officially been there. I want to see our new area, so to speak. So if we have that teleportation circle there, we can just literally boop, teleport on over. Doesn't take any time, really, off the clock anyway. And it gives us an opportunity to scope out the area. And again, I don't think that there's going to be anybody over there as far as artisans. I'm fairly certain we have the entire list. But it is worth doing. Notice that we've lost a character. Matter of fact, we've lost so many people, I'm actually going to put my original team back in play. We'll need to level them up here before too long. I still like having Jubilos, Tristan, and Ekandayo, and he needs a level up as well. But we'll do most of that stuff off camera, so you guys don't have to deal with it. Let's see. What was the name of that place? It's just easier for us, I suppose, just to scan over to the area. Okay, and it should be this one right here. Plainsguard. Teleport to Plainsguard, please. Hey, it's on top. Awesome. Entree view, Cancer. What do you got for me? Probably just mundane, boring stuff. You know, there's be a cleric here of some kind, and there should be a trader here of some kind, and that's about it. That doesn't mean there's not people to rob, so we should check out stuff. Basically, you're looking for any named anything. Greetings, Highness. Let's see, so let's go around clockwise, shall we? So again, we'll go in there before too long, but let's check out the whole area first. So we have a guard. Just talk to his citizens, just lounging about, doing nothing, not even making me any money. I swear, what I people for. See, guard, here's the priest. And again, they just have the typical priest selling stuff. And again, the same stuff that we sell to Ja'ad is available here. So again, all the priests are interlinked. So if we sold it to him or any other priest in this game, they're all interlinked for what they have for sale. Which is still okay. I mean, there's still good stuff in here to look at. Honestly, we should probably look at it based on type. So they have, you know, their magic rods of various kinds, potions of many kinds. We got a lot of those. We sold them over the days. We've got a lot of different cure spells and whatnot. Matter of fact, we should actually do a quick once-over with Jujubee just to prove to ourselves he doesn't have one of these that he needs. You will know it because I have a mod that does it's called Highlight Scrolls or Unlearned Scrolls or something like that. So if it's something that he or anyone else could scribe into their book, they would literally highlight as green, so it's obvious that you need it, which is really nice. It's another quality of life improvement that I'm a big fan of. That's just the exit. Okay, coming this way, citizens, all main people. Here's the trader, and again, link to the trader back home. So anything we've sold him, we have over here as well. So again, these are the rubies we sold a while ago. Got some really decent weapons. Matter of fact, buy me another short sword just in case we ever do that magic trick. That's a material component for a spell. And it can't be a masterwork short sword. It can't be a magic short sword. It literally has to be a generic short sword, which straight up sucks. But it's what it is. Protector's robes. I don't remember these. Well, it has to be a lawful good monk, and I believe she's lawful neutral. So I'm lawful good, she's lawful neutral, and I think she's neutral good, my undead biatch. Can't remember. But that's why we sold these, because she can't wear them. These are really good robes, though, for anyone that's going monking it up, even if it's a monk dip. Again, it has to be a monk, and you have to be a lawful good monk. Remember, all monks are lawful of some kind. And it gives a lot of dodge. So this is a really nice robe to wear for extra protection. Really good if you're going to try to solo the game. Yeah, nothing else in here that stimulates me. All the stuff that we've sold in the past. Oh, blackberries. Okay. Emeralds, all kinds of jewels and pelts and everything else of the stuff we've killed. Yeah, so basically it looks like we're done here. Now, of course, we still have this one place to go into. You should do this. It's just like the inn that you basically get to stay in, the local resting spot. The only reason I say that is because sometimes you go in here and you would find that they have magic stuff, or like just like some random stuff for stealing that you can sell later on. It kind of feels weird going into their homes though and taking their crap, because like you literally are taking like the bread from their table and the wine from the cellar, and it's like, what the hell kind of king are you, man? But if I was doing an evil playthrough, that would never stop me. So, yeah. But again, just making sure there's no artisans here, no one to talk to, no one to stimulate a conversation. So we're going to teleport all the way back to base and start doing our base stuff. Well, actually, before we do that, let's take a quick look around the map, make sure there's not something highlighted as a new area, something that must be done kind of thing. Remember, we did have a warning that we have bandits on our borders. I'm not sure where those borders are because we have so many different borders. Could be anywhere, but we're looking for basically like a red exclamation point, ideally next to something. So it specifically says, hey, come here, like this one here for pit taxi. But again, we've been there before and they won't let us in. Really starting to irritate. I'm assuming there's a quest requirement or some such for that. where like literally is we have to go there and do something specific to be allowed in. Honestly, I think it'd be pretty badass. I don't know this, but it'd be pretty badass. Stop, damn it. I want to teleport. I think it'd be pretty badass if they made it where you snuck into Pitax. Like there was a quest to like get the blueprints or whatever of the sewer system and sneak in through the back door kind of shit. And like end up in his castle.
We'll do it the hard way.
It's just a bunch of gobblers. Nothing of any real worry here. Got an alchemist though. Those little bastards can set us on fire. So Eliza, why don't you send some pets that way? There you go this way.
Strike as one.
I put them over here on purpose thinking that they would pick up on these, but apparently they're fascinated with her pets, her targets, so they zap these little bastards to death. Which is not the worst thing ever, but we are not protected from the electric, so we have to be kind of careful not to fry ourselves. Let's see what we got here. We got, this is Ekandayo. Move him a little bit this way. We can start shooting the guys. There you go. There's another. There's one over here, but he's outside of his range. So we can send Bow over there. Come on, Doggo, eat his face off. Yay! Nice trip. Dora's turn. Oh, come on, Dora. What the hell? Critical miss? Dude, seriously. I hate when the game does this to us. We get a lot more critical misses than I think I've ever seen playing D&D. There's some really bad rolls that we have here. I'm just saying.
Out of my way!
Oh, hell. You found us another target. Look at you. Alright, Juby. He's short like you. Kick his ass. Oh, he's out of your range too for bombs. But nah. Yeah, he's still out of his range. Damn it. Alright. Over here. If we had buffed up with some speed first, we'd been able to do that. But again, we wouldn't have been able to attack. We might as well just go shaker. And you're going to constantly hear the dinging noise because we have level ups. It's the game's way of reminding you, hey, you forgot to level up. So I'm going to ignore that though for a while. I keep promising myself I'll get on the game when I'm not recording and level everybody up and swap her out the gear the way I want it, and I never seem to do it.
I'm there.
This going back to our base now, so we teleport proper instead of dumbass that I was and trying to march my way over there. We'll go over there and we'll start fast forwarding through the days. Maybe do like a 7-day or a 14-day jump, like a rank up of some such. So we got some time. Teleport to Doraville. There we go. And enter that. Throne room, please.
I do what I must.
Okay. Still don't like that my throne's missing. Alright, so we have end of the month. Quick save. 14 days will turn in 1, 2, 3, 4 things here, and almost this one. Oh, I almost forgot to put Tristan on his damn job. Damn you, Tristan. Well, wait a minute. Do I want to do that one? I do, but I'm just trying to think of what else do we have for rank ups. It's because there's Jubilos and then there's Tristan, and that's it, I think. Yeah, okay. So we have Jubilos to do as a rank up. That's fine. So Tristan, do that. In 14 days, he'll be done. Jubilos will do this one. In the 14 days, me and him will be done. Okay. So let's hope that everything works to our advantage here. We had a lot of people we turned in coins on to get them the ability to hopefully pass. Success. Curator and the cartographer mapped out the safest and most convenient travel routes, +3 to relations, +3 to culture. Again, culture's looking pretty good. Relations needs to catch up a little too. Disaster. Nope. That's why we scum saved. This is going to be more of the same, guys. I do apologize for this part, but this is one of the least favorite things that I have for this part of the game. Is this ability to scum save to do these kingdom events. if I was more up on my stats earlier, these checks would be a lot easier. Every time you rank someone up like we're doing with him, see he's rank 6, all these ranks here, adds to his bonus for making a check. So that's why you want to rank them up. So these 3s down here are really, really bad, with the exception of this 3 here for military, because it's Ragongar. And his main stat that helps him pass his check is strength. We have major. His strength is through the goddamn roof. So he's actually pretty good, even at a rank 3. He could be much better, of course. And that's eventually going to come up with problems. Triumph, very nice. Triumph, like that. What's this one? General supplied the daredevils with weapons and armor, gave them a few helpful tips along the way. Once the raiders returned, they generously rewarded the advisor. +5 military, +4 economy. Other Triumph, divine +6. A dark prophecy has come to pass. One of the woodcutters was injured by a falling tree. The priest dispatched the advisor, healed the poor fellow, and proved that one can overcome any predestined obstacles if one trusts in the gods and worships them. Good job, man. Success, community +3. The regent arranged a meeting between the ruler and his people. They're finally convinced that the true king sits upon the throne. Stool, whatever. Thoughts of rebellion quickly fade, and the drunkards who began the stupid rumor were arrested and punished. Smack them around, a bunch of drunken bastards. Success at the project. Notice this one is not a rank up, but this is, again, for the counselor, which is him. He gets a +2 to resolving any of his situations, which basically is like a rank up, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, that's all the cool stuff we have. We have treasure requested attention. We have Keston can only do this one, and it needs to be started before the end of this month. He's busy right now, but we have time for that to happen. For this other one, Mysterious Weed, Jod will pass it with 100%, or Tristan can with 100%, either or. What we have for this next one, though. Yeah, Keston and Nekandayo, and again, both of them are busy. Both of them finished, though, in 6 days, so those ones will be available. I'm okay with putting Tristan on this one, because we just recently ranked him up. That +10, or that +2 he just got, may be added in here, I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I think his stat rank for loyalty is coming from the 6 here. So you see he's got a 12 for stat rank. I think it's 2 points for each rank up. So he's level 6, so it should be +12. And then his leader bonus +5 is probably because of his high wisdom or his high charisma. I'm not sure which he uses. I'm guessing wisdom, but I don't know that. So my point is that the DC check, remember he has that thing that just gave him an upgrade. Helping hand. The counselor solves problems with a +1 bonus. Actually, it still does a +2. What the hell? Game. Alright, whatever. Anyway, point is, he should be better than he actually is. Start that event. Quick save so I don't have to deal with that mess ever again. Talk to our treasurer. Jubilost is really happy. He's going to give us a quest and tell us something and then rank him up as well again, which we're not going to do right now. But he's level 6 now, which is pretty good news. Dora, the movement of goods through our lands continues to grow. It's time to exercise your right to charge fees and taxes on merchants who enter your borders. In the past, Breva has exercised this right, but now it's in your hands. You only have to decide what to levy taxes on. I recommend you to steer to the middle course. Do not oppress the merchants too greatly. Do not believe their complaints and claims of poverty either. Yeah. I don't make any money. Well, he says it off his Rolls Royce. Lying piece of shit. Julash, says you should place a tax on goods for the rich and on craft materials for artisans. They both have enough income to survive these taxes without going bankrupt. Certainly, you're free to dismiss my advice. After all, that's what's the word of a famous traveler who's seen so many countries and watched how they prosper. Yeah, fair enough. But this is your choices. Something they've added to the game a long time ago that wasn't in the original version was that it kind of gives you a little pop-up menu, gives you an idea of what the choice effects will actually do. It used to be that this wasn't here. You just pick something and then suddenly found out, oh, it does this. Oh, that ruins my kingdom. Well, shit. Notice this one. Let the merchants pay fees only when importing luxury goods. It's +5 to oil, +5 to economy, +1 BP per region, +2 BP per upgraded region. So that means a town or city. Remember, every region has a... oh, I take that back. No. I don't think that's what that means. Upgraded region means we've made a specific upgrade to a region. And those upgrades are like we've made breeding horses for one region, for instance. We have a magical upgrade for another region. We have Oleg's area can be upgraded for basically being a trading post. So again, that's I think what they mean there. Notice that also the best part, unrest state improves. So literally, this should be if you're at unrest, or the basically in the worried state, you get better. Now, whether this makes me go from stable, which is where I'm at, to serene, which would be awesome, I don't know, but I would love that. Notice this other part, kingdom effect, wealth taxes. Each week, a random kingdom stat is increased by 1. Excuse me? Also provides plus 3 BP per week for each upgraded region in the kingdom. Plus 1 BP per week for each region without any upgrades. So the tooltips are misleading. One says plus 2, the other says plus 3. What's that random kingdom status increased by 1? Surely they mean just a point, not the rank. Yeah, that's gotta be what that is. That's not bad. That's definitely an upgrade. And again, that could fall into espionage, which we could definitely use. Here's the let the merchants pay fees on luxury goods and materials for craftsmen, which is what Jubilos suggested. Minus to community, minus to loyalty, more BP per region, more BP for an upgraded region, and material taxes. But that doesn't do anything. Just gets us BP. Every single item in the last to the last apple will be taxed. Oh Jesus! Minus 5 community, minus 10 loyalty, minus 5 stability, BP, and more BP. Unrest state worsens. Okay, cool. What's this one? There will be no taxes on either river freedoms. Plus 5 loyalty, plus 5 economy. Unrest state improves. No import taxes. Each month, unrest improves by 1 step. Each week, loyalty increases by 1 and economy increases by 5. Provides plus 1 BP. Holy hell, that's huge. Oh, look at that. Provides plus 1 BP per week for every 20 economy points above 200, and up to plus 10 BP per week total. So you'd have to be, what, another 200? If you get your economy to 400 is what it's telling you, you get an extra 10 BP a week. That's not bad. It's going to piss off Jubilos if we pick that. But that's not bad. Honestly, I really want this one, because I like that random king stat going up. But Jubilos wants this. Let's just make him happy. Jubilos nods approvingly and can see you like reasonable solutions and do not stray to the extremes. This is commendable. Support the treasurer's endeavors. So again, that's his next rank up. So from 6 to 7, which we're not going to do anytime soon. We have a lot of people in the backwoods that really need to get up. Here's Varask, a wild fist, half orcs bringing me stuff. What do you got for me, bro? Plate of the beast. Specific request for you. All right, this is Varask. What you got there, Varask? Got a list of all the kick-ass stuff that I want from him. He needs espionage to make him happy, and military, so he's actually making us the crappy stuff right now. I want a killer style weapon. Killer style weapon, I think. There's a dagger I'm looking for. He has yet to make it for me. It's called Frailty. It's actually pretty badass. What's this now? Chemo. Quiver of lover arrows. Now this is different. Is ready. I brought you something. Thank you, Chemo. Could you make me something specific? Okay. Chemo, on the other hand, is our woods person. So they make all kinds of woody stuff for us. So they're good at bows. Yes. Quivers of arrows. And again, the quivers that they can make, for those of you that are interested in such things, is the lightning arrows, lover arrows, which they just made, roses, thorns, and ultrasound arrows, which we already have like 2 sets of. The ultrasound stuff, they're kind of lame. They just add extra sonic damage, and the lover's arrows do something different too. But obviously we'd like all of them for like our ranged attackers, just to add a little oomph behind their arrow shots. He's good at making shields. Actually, that's not the worst idea ever. There's one called the Heart of Thunder, Wild Guardian Bulwark, pretty decent ones. We have good spears, not that we care. But he has really good fighting staffs. A rigid oak staff in particular is a nice one. That's, I think, a staff that while you hold it in your hand, you get a bonus to your Constitution score. But he's amazing at making bows, and that's his masterwork. So I'm going to have him make bows again. Eventually, we need to make sure that we rank up culture and loyalty for him. Oh, we just ranked up loyalty. That's perfect. No, wait, no, we didn't. We ranked up. Damn it, we ranked up the other one. Money. What's it called? Economy. Which is okay. Success. Rank up, that's again another one for Jubilos, taking him from 6 to 7. But we're not going to do that right now. And we're good here. We need to burn up 6 days. So the best way to do that would be one of these 7-dayers. Belly of the Stolen Lands, and again, we can do that with Val. And again, I don't mind this because anything again that has brewery, granary, and or windmill in this and all adjacent regions will get a bonus to community and loyalty. That's not bad. We'll come back to that in just a quick second. I want to go check our kitty to make sure that someone, artisans have a tendency to drop stuff off in here as well. So here's a belt that we did not ask for, or that we did not get given to us properly. So we want to find out who dropped it off and what it's made of, or basically what it does. So here is belt of incredible dexterity. Someone just gifted it to us. Plate of the Beast. This is what we just found out from Rask. +2 breastplate. +4 con bonus. So not bad. Upgrade. Notice that it casts Aspect of the Wolf once per day as a 10th level druid. So nice little upgrade for them as well. And these are the arrow quivers of lover arrows. 20 charges. The owner of this quiver can use it to shoot 20 frost speed arrow bolts, or arrows or bolts per day. So depending on your weapon. Frost arrows deal additional 2d6 cold damage on hit. Using this quiver grants chances to dominate the target for 1 to 6 rounds. That's the lover part. Why it's cold, I cold-hearted bitch, I don't know. But again, that's something that we give to like a Candayo. Notice he has the quiver, ultrasound. Might as well give him that one as well. And again, this other stuff we'll probably just sell. Matter of fact, we can go do that right quick before we start doing all this other stuff. There's still territory over in Pitax that we can dilly-dink around on, but since we are trying to improve our kingdom, we almost have to be at home. Now, yeah, I have 6 days before those guys can turn something in, so I suppose we have 6 days to go explore, but we don't have an easy way to teleport over there. Pitax is very large, and get to the other side of Pitax will take a couple days plus, so we may get 1 area, maybe 2 under our belt before having to come back home and then teleport back home to catch them on that 6th day. So I'd really rather not. I'd rather just burn 7 days, know that they're turning it in, put them on the very important stuff that they have to do, and then we could go out. Maybe. Maybe, possibly, maybe. Here's Hassif. Here's our trader. Again, want to keep all those. Weapons-wise, we have all these commas. I should show you these. These are the monastic comma and the persecutor. These are monk weapons that we had for her, and they're good, but they're not that good. We have one that does some shock damage. We have one here that it gives her dodge bonus. So solid upgrades, but she never uses them. And if she's never going to use them, then why really keep them? Here's our plate of the beast. We're never going to use that. Anything in here? Dexterity belt. We know we're not going to use that. Might as well get rid of it. And we'll keep that other stuff for the time being. Yep. Sounds good. Okay. Just more than anything, just to lighten our load so I don't have to worry about going out on a sojourn and finding out that, you know, we're overweight already. Everybody's tired. It really starts to suck when you have to deal with that mess. One of these days, someone's going to develop a game for D&D style, not necessarily D&D, but like Pathfinder here, and make it where encumbrance is important always. It makes sense. So it's like a sliding scale, not just imaginary bullshit of just, oh, I'm perfectly lightweight, and then I take on like an extra half a pound, and suddenly I'm creepy crawling because I just can't possibly handle that extra half a pound. You know, I just hate that shit. There's actually a running meme on the interwebs on shit like that because people are just frustrated with the silliness of some of those things. I don't know why it's so difficult too, because I mean, literally, if you take the entire strength of the party, assume maximum carrying capacity is X, and maximum carrying capacity would slow them down to this kind of a crawl, and at the lowest carrying capacity, whatever that may be, there is no hindrance. So there's like the light, the medium, the heavy encumbrance kind of stuff, and just literally have it be a gradient of speed. I mean, how hard is that? I mean, it literally is nothing more than a calculation. I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. It's just, it irritates because it's immersion breaking. Same with you know, when they wear armor and all the stuff that they carry with them. I'm happy that I get to have like 4 different slots for weapons and shields and swords and stuff. But it looks a little ridiculous when Valerie's whipping out 4 different types of tower shields off of her back. She's basically carrying 4 doors around with her at all times. 1 in her hand and 3 on her back. It just seems weird. So, I don't know. Personally, I would make it where you could give them a shield, and that shield is always being used, and you can just swap out the weapon. So it's not that you're swapping out a shield and a weapon and a shield and a weapon. You just get your favorite shield, and that's the shield you're using, and then your weapon you can swap out. That would be fair. Or swap out the shield, put the shield on your back, and grab 2 weapons, if that's your thing. Or maybe you're two-handed wielding a weapon, like a staff or a scythe or something like that. I don't know. But I wouldn't have it where you constantly put away a shield and grab another shield. What the hell's that? Who would even do that? You know, maybe you'd have one in your pack. That's fair. But not just carrying it on. That just seems odd. Anywho, quick save just in case didn't do it while I was rambling. We're burning up 7 days. And again, just to reiterate this point, these 2 will pass their check, hopefully. He's got a 55% chance, and he has a 40% chance, so we may have to scum this a bit. Oh, and she's going to turn hers in too. But she passes hers, period. And that should open up a quest for us too, so that's good news. So, yay us. Got plenty of BP for this, yes. Alright. And again, this gives us time to react to anything that may have shown up at the end of the month. He passed his espionage +3. Very nice, sir. Need to get that up to 4 now. Failure. Nope. Not doing it. You're not doing that, Keston. Total line, buddy. How dare you? Right, region. Get that thing going. Sip on my coffee. Espionage, pass it again. Ekans has a very nice roll for us. The failure. Come on, Keston. Since I've been bored lately, watching way too many stuff on the YouTubes, I've been watching a Darkest Dungeon. And it's a playthrough, but it's a specific limitation the guy's put on himself. It's actually a challenge that many people have tried. For everyone that's ever played Darkest Dungeon, it's a dungeon crawler. You get like 4 teammates that you can cake through a dungeon. You get different teammates so you can swap people in and out and go through these various dungeons. It's quite fun. It's maddening. I've been trying it myself, off camera, of course, because it would just never be something that's popular to you guys. It's just very, very frustrating, the challenge that this guy's set up for himself. Other people have done it. Some people have triumphed, but you have to be very good at the game to make this challenge work. And I'm good. I'm not great. I haven't like memorized the stats of everything. Like, oh, if I go into this dungeon, the best they can do for damage is like 18 on a crit. You know, I don't know that shit. I'm not crazy about the game that much, but it is fun to try. And the secret to it, so what the challenge is basically you have intensities of light. The darker it is, hence the name Darkest Dungeon, the more stress your character takes, the more damage the bad guys do. Basically, they crit you more often, shit like that. Success. Stability success, very nice. And success, not there was any doubt. Divine +1, Arcane +1. Very nice. Now, all kinds of crap showed up. Valley needs to be done. Working on that one. Notice the red swatches on these. That means that they were the worst possible choice for it. It's kind of weird. I've never seen 2 worst choices. But again, it's... Wonder why Octavia's the favorite for this. Well, not the favorite, but not the worst. You would think it would be the damn cleric, but I guess druids and clerics don't necessarily get along. Ekendayo would put it... Oh, not him. He's got a 0% chance of success. Reg, who's at a +17, has got a 10. This is where we start having our problems. This is going to be bad. G-Gloss is at 17, but this DC check is reasonable at least. Penitence. Or the Scourge. Pit Tax. I see Pit Tax. Pitaxian Assassins. Ooh, 16. Fuck yeah, man. Okay. So at least we can put everyone on something. That's always of concern. And if I wanted to, this would be a chance for me to rank up. Well, let's actually go to saving this first, because I don't want to have to repeat that mess. Let's go to our floor first to see if any advisors or artisans want to drop off stuff. Make sure there's not someone that wants to tell us something, because we just solved Octavia's quest. And her quest led us to spying on Nyrissa. So this is Cheryl. He's dropping off stuff for us. He shuffles his feet. What are you going to bring us, buddy? Butterfly wings! Yeah, you're the man. Okay, let's Cheryl makes clothes. So this is our clothing. Cheryl likes arcane and divine. And I think we have both those up right now. Maybe not divine quite as high as it can be. But we just had them make us gloves, which is what that was. The gloves, let's see if I can find them. Butterfly wings was one of the favorite on that list. Butterfly wings is it's like a bonus to your resistance. I'll show you here in a moment. Bonus to your resistance to your saves. So basically your fortitude, your reflex, and your will saves. So basically like wearing the cloak of resistance, but in glove form. And it gives you a free spell once a day, I think. And that's the one that's like hence the name Butterfly Wings. I think it's called Prismatic Spray. It's amazing damage AoE arc. If you watched my previous video where we fought the Golden Golem not too long ago, that's what that bastard started the fight off with all the time. We were getting hit with multiple beams from that spell, and some of those beams would do damage, some of those beams were just like save or die kind of things. And that's a pretty solid thing to put on a character. And again, if you don't have, like you don't have a Cloak of Resistance because your cloak slot's being used for something else, this is perfect for that type of character. Now, other stuff that Cheryl has access to that's pretty interesting to me is they're good at making robes. But we actually have most, if not all, the cool ones. He makes the best robe ever as his masterpiece, and that's Ambrosial Attire of Arcane Annihilation. And oh, that's a lot of words, and you know that means that shit is awesome. They make good capes. He makes good capes. As a matter of fact, we've even gotten a couple. Yeah. Oh, need something from me. Let's make him out of the cape. Outstanding. Thank you, sir. And I'll show you those here after the artisans are done. Looks like they already are. Now, for newest, oldest, that's these guys here. +5 resistance bonus to all saving throws. Burst max by 3 times a day as a 13th level wizard. Hell to the yeah. Okay, so let's actually put that on somebody. Now, again, if you have a free spot, which I do because I don't have a resistance cloak. I do have a resistance ring. See that +4? So all these are getting +4, +4, +4. I could have +5 with that. Matter of fact, that's pretty good. I don't think I need the gloves we were just talking about. Let me put on the ones I just had. Who the hell are they? Type alkali. No, let's do the alkali gloves. That allows me to do acid damage on every swing. Who doesn't have a resistance type cloak on? We're all good. She does not. Haha. Oh, but she has her dexterity bonus from her lightest touch. Boo. No, that's not a good thing. She has Manticore Claws, but that's a bonus to her strength. Yeah, she needs that still. Octavia doesn't have it. And she's using an Herbalist Cape that gives her an intelligence bump. So, to get these numbers higher, 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 here you go, kiddo. Where are they at? Butterfly wings. Awesome. And again, that gives her, like I said, multiple castings of that in a day. And that's a spell that she can even cast herself, no less, or will have the ability to at some point. Which is cool. Anything dropped off? Nope. Sounds good. Come on over here, kiddo. Let's see now. We wanted to read through these to see what we have. Penitence, an opportunity. The Order of the Scourge suggests that the king hand over all his prisoners for a small reward. The Hell Knights will separate out the worthy and turn them into recruits, while the rest will be guided towards the path of atonement, which means murdered. We fought the Hell Knights before. Remember, we actually killed them. 55% chance. Good enough. A problem. We need to pass these. Veterans, crippled and wounded soldiers. Yeah, we've had this one before. He's got a good chance of passing it at 75%. He doesn't need a coin. We only have 3 coins available. That's my problem. Here's 10% chance he has to get a coin. The Charmed Prince. Another problem. Scouts have just brought in a letter, a cry for help. The ruler of a small nearby barony has been taken captive. His young wife, who turns out to be a dangerous witch, Locked the young baron in a tower and seized control of his lands. She made his hair grow super, super long, and that's the only way you can get up to the top. I'm just kidding. He is in prison even now, but some of his subjects remain loyal and plan to free their ruler no matter what the cost. The matter requires a delicate approach, and overt intervention would not do. Will the minister be able to manage this task? Reg is hot and headed, and he's going to go kick him in the goddamn teeth. The choice was Ekendayo. And again, he was equally bad, I think. Let's actually prove that. Keston was here. Keston's being used on something else. Wait a minute. On that. How many days? 20 days. 13 days. Yeah. We have no choice. See the time frame? We literally have 10 days probably for this month. Maybe 11. Nobody's going to be done except for Lindsay here. She's going to be done in 25 days. He'll be done in 20. 13. 20. Yeah, okay. So there's really no hope here. We really have no choice but to put the people on that we are doing. Again, I'm giving him a coin to jump him up from 10% to 35%. It's always like a 5, plus 5 to the roll, which is about a 25% increase. Give or take, usually. That's going to be a bad roll, but no choice. She's at 45. That's good enough. Cobblestone Druids, a group of city-dwelling druids who call themselves Cobblestone Druids, are offering to help the king. They wish to take care of the beggar's quarters, which has slowly turned to a nest of crime and disease. Sounds good to me. Problem, Pitaxian assassins, 16%. Need a coin. Several influential citizens have been killed in their own homes. It seems that Pitaxian assassins do not limit their targets to those on the battlefield. Economics for nonviolent and honorable measures. Again, gives you an idea about what he's going to do for his chance of passing this stuff. So we're going to put him on that one. And here's her, 75%, thank God. We only got one coin left. Weak Pitaxian influence. Pitaxian agitators are trying to lure locals away from the stolen lands, promising a golden age under Iravetti's rule. You lying piece of shit. Several have already left, and the rest are considering the proposal. If Valley strives to follow the letter of the law, your kingdom will soon fall. To avoid that, you have to advance the main plot and complete the following quest. War of the River Kings. Oh, shit. That's the first time I've ever seen that. What? I don't know what that means, though. I mean, obviously I know that we need to advance the quest. I've been waiting to advance the quest. How do I advance the quest, you jackass, is the question. Shit. Well, that means we probably need to get out on the open road. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Path of Dreams. Enter the dream world. Time to pay a visit to the storyteller. Cool. We can do that. River Justice. We still need to do all this stuff. I guess we're going to have to head over to Pitaxian territory and just dilly dink around. Other quests are currently done. Errands are all caught up. Is that correct? Yes. So we've got plenty of time for the curse, so there's not an issue with that. We got the Bard's Call. We're still waiting for her to finish the book. We're still waiting to meet Octavia's mom. That's in Pitax. And then it's this stuff here. River Justice, again, in Pitax. Runaway Throne. We haven't yet to find this. Yeah, I've done everything I can do for this one. I have no idea what else to do about this. Path of the Dreams. Path of the Dreams. This is the one we can do right now. War of the River Kings. Bandits are raiding our provinces along the Pitaxian border. Okay, so I guess we can go that area. Oppose the influence of Pitax. Okay, we probably have to go to our border. So let's do this one first with the Path of Dreams. And then we'll head out on the open road towards the Pitaxian border. Let's see, who is the storyteller? Storyteller, right? Yeah, there you go. Boom. Everything is prepared for the dream ritual. I am ready. How unusual. I do not collect a story, but help create it. Good luck, Your Highness. May the gods guide your way. Ooh, magic time. Me and Lindsay going into the dream world, I guess. He roofied us. Alright. Let's see. I swear if I wake up and I find out my underwear's on backwards, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Anyway, let's get into this. What we got here? came out to
Our
say, thank
sister.
God.
Our mistress. Our queen. Our sister. Hail to our queen.
Stop calling me that. In the darkest hours and the brightest days, you simply called me sister. I need no other title. Your songs and laughter accompanied me in my happiest moments. I would rather not shift them to honorifics. The time of my triumph is nigh, sisters. I want to share it with you as I have always shared my secrets, my sorrows, and my joys. Even after I become an eldest, I shall not abandon you. My realm will be the kingdom of spring, love, and life, and you will all be most welcome there.
Ah, she sound nice, evil bitch.
Be happy, sister. Be victorious, sister.
Wow, we're inside her dream. Maybe we should try talking to her. She may not quite be the real Nyrissa, but that's kind of the point. In her dreams, she can let out the things she would never say in the real world.
Be careful, Nyrissa. You have always been the bravest of us, and none deserve to be an eldest more than you. But these ambitions may come with a steep price.
She's looking for an upgrade. If you haven't recognized the voice for Evindra here, that's actually one of the defaced sisters.
Perhaps I have always been the bravest, Devindra, but you have always been the grumpiest. We are blessed with eternal life, but we keep living out each day, abiding by rules we had no hand in creating. My plan is daring, you say? Well then, so be it.
I simply pray we do not end up paying a price we cannot bear.
The cheerful voices of the nymphs fade away and the visions seem to freeze. A ghostly Nyrissa stands before you, her eyes seeming to see you without noticing you. What realm were you talking about? Why do they call you queen?
Can you hear them? 1,000 voices. I can hear them. They call to me. But not the way I wanted, no. I should have been a queen. Instead, I reduced kingdoms to dust. And did you not help me with that? Why are you not yet among the fallen?
She's a little pissed off I haven't died yet.
Their life ends here!
Oh, well, okay, I guess we're fighting. That's the thing. Me and Lindsay against her, huh? Wow, that's totally fair. Lindsay, okay, buff us. And... great spell. Oh, hell. Never mind. You did fine, Lindsay. It's not your fault. Make sure you upgrade that. Oh, what the hell was that? Agonized whale. But I'm immune to it. Haha! Affected by spell resistance, so, but it's a mind-affecting fear spell. So again, we probably have mind-affecting protection because we're in our kingdom. Where is it? Right there. Immune to compulsions. That's not a compulsion. It doesn't say it is, Amy. Huh. Fear effect. Well, maybe we're immune to fear. Successful save run as a creature immune to that defaced this dragon's whale for 1 minute. Yeah, right on. My turn. Pow. Let's kill the defaced sister here.
Hurt.
Oh, yeah. Right between those two. Well, it looks like Nyrissa just noped out of the area. Lindsay, shoot that
Serves
with
you
it.
right.
Holy hell. Oh, she's got a crappy chocolate crossbow right now. Ah. 33. Ooh. She needs a, what is that, a 14 or higher to hit them. Unlikely, Linz. Not your fault. I'll cast a spell in a moment here to help you out with that. Or you cast your own spell, I should say. My turn. I am in Greece right now, and I could be falling down. So fortunately, I'm saving on that. But a way out of that problem would be for me to give myself some wings.
You should have
I'm still allowed
run!
to attack. At least I should have been able to. Lindsay, you need to cast Good Hope on...
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
Yeah, move your butt over here. There you go. Good Hope is a AoE buff centered on a target. In this case, Lindsay and, of course, me. This is a +2 to all kinds of saves, attacks, ability checks, etc. and so forth. So it'll help Lindsay hit her mark, as well as me, of course, too. So, for instance...
Strike!
Smack.
Don't hold back!
Ooh, attack of opportunity. You should be careful. Dreams are already full of monsters. I dread to think what we might find in Nyrissa's head. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Bouncing out of here or what? Oh shit, that's a Jabberwock. Well, since Lindsay's here, we kind of need her help. We're going to level her up soups quick here. Perception, the obvious stuff is going up. And let's get her... Yeah, let's get her use magic device up as well. She is a bard after all. Keeping all the spells right. Let's see if anything in this list that I would want to get rid of. Maybe Hold Person. So we already got Hold Monster. You don't need both, I suppose. But there's really not a whole lot of reason to swap it out. And Hold Person still is useful. What we've been doing with you, Lindsay. Pursuit, improved precise shot. Looks like we're turning you into an archer of some kind. Right. Is there anything we need? Might want to give you some skill, like a weapon focus. Or a meta magic. That's not the worst idea ever. But you are a spontaneous caster, and that means it'll take a full round. So my thoughts right now are gravitating towards spell pen, because every caster that attacks with a spell can use spell pen. Or, I'll say a weapon focus for crossbows. And again, we have to choose between heavy crossbow or light crossbow. I don't particularly care which. Currently she's using a light crossbow. But we probably want to at least upgrade one of those things, I'm thinking. Blind fight would be great, but that's only if she's meleeing. And she can do that, it's just not her cup of tea right now. Okay, critical focus. Extra performance. Let's just go generic. Let's give her extra performance. That's extra songs per the day. 6 extra rounds. And she has the ability to heal with those, the ability to scare bad guys and do all kinds of shit with them. So again, when she really capitalizes on level 20, she's going to be extra badass. So that's not bad. Level 3 spells. I like Thundering Drums so far. Something in Swarm of Squirrels is actually kind of fun. Haste is always useful. We could give her a heal spell. Cure Serious. She's already got Cure Light Wounds. She doesn't have Cure Critical yet either. She's not really a healer though, but she can be. In a pinch she can help. It's suggesting Crushing Despair. That's not true because we already have that one. So Thundering Drums is what I want because it's 5d8 of damage per caster level. So that's if we intensify that, for instance, with say a Meta Magic Rod, she's at over level 10 right now, so she'd be able to actually bring that up to 10d8 of damage. Just a big hogging AoE. Well, not big, small, but decent damage. 10d8 is nothing to sneeze at. Level 6 stuff. She's already got Greater Shout and amazing 10d6 of damage and a massive cone. Brilliant Inspiration is awesome. I would either go with Summon Monster, Summon Elemental, Overwhelming Presence is decent, or Eye Bite. Decent choices. And let's do Eye Bite because that sounds like a fun one. Oh, she's got a couple level ups on her plate. My apologies. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Right, and she is going to do what? Oh, this is her Bardic Talent, her last one. So we can have a better perception check. We can get a combat trick, which opens up all these god-awful things here. Just a huge amount of stuff. Fast Stealth, if that was her thing. Iron Guts, better saves against nausea or sicking condition. Yeah. Skill Focus, these are actually quite good for a bard. Because they already have Bardic lore knowledge here. So it increases their knowledge and lore skill checks. So we can actually push one of those lores or those knowledges up even more. And make her like an expert in her field, so to speak. Terrain mastery. I have no idea what this shit actually does. Initiative checks in lore, nature, perception, stealth checks. There we go. In that terrain. I don't care enough to want to do that for her. So it's either that or say weapon focus. And again, we can go back to our what was it? Light crossbow, if we wanted. Yeah, we want to make sure she's good with shooting stuff. I'll happily make her the light crossbow person. And then level 19, I can give her the heavy crossbow upgrade too, if that's a thing that I'd be interested in. Spell-wise, again, same ones. Might as well go with the overwhelming presence. Sure, why not? Okay.
Anything is possible.
Now, we have these other ones here that we need to put down in her list. Arcane Strike is on. She has Rapid Shot and Death Aim. There we go. Checking just to make sure that all these are on the list down here. The Pointy Finger one, nope, you do not have the Pointy Finger one. Inspire Greatness, as well as the Dirge of Doom and the Frightening Tune of more interest to me, quite frankly. But we have already buffed up with Good Hope. I'm of the mind that I need that protection. Nyrissa's battling this Jabberwock. I wonder if we can actually help her, maybe get some favor.
Finish me, scum! I will not bow my head!
And so they walked on.
Can the self-proclaimed queen not fight off a mere animal of the kennel? I come not to kill you. A trial awaits you, trespasser. I shall simply make sure you get there without getting lost along the way.
Basically, this is a flashback scene.